Before we really get started, let's take a look at the table of contents and let's see where this DVD will bring us. After the introduction, I'll give you some examples of Mel scripts that I use a lot, just so you can see a little bit already what the capabilities of Mel are, and so you can see what you will be able to do after you complete this DVD. After that, we will get under Maya's hood and we will take a closer look what exactly happens when you do day-to-day tasks in Maya, like modeling or creating joints or creating particles, whatever. We'll take a look at what really happens in the script editor, and I'll show you how that can be your main source of information when you're writing your own scripts. After that, we'll take a closer look at Mel commands and what flags are, what arguments are, what query mode is, things like that, which obviously will become very, very important because you will use Mel commands all the time. Chapter 5, 6, 7, and 8 are programming basics. Each programming language has variables, conditionals, loops, and procedures. In this case, obviously, I will show you how they are used in Mel, what the command structure is, what the syntax is, and so on. Okay, let me just go to the second page here. In chapter 9 we will already be doing some serious scripting, and I will explain you what top-down design is. Top-down design is a strategy so you can clearly see what is going on, and so you can break down your script or break down the problems of your script in smaller problems so they become easier to tackle. And then chapter 10, which is more of an appendix actually, I will show you what environment variables are, what user setup.mel is, what maya.env is, so you can use it to your benefit, because these things really speed up your workflow when you really know what they mean. Okay, before we really continue with chapter 2, where we get down and busy, I would like to tell you a little bit on where you can get information about Mel. The main and primary resource is the developer resource, which is right in your Maya help, which is this. If you go to your Maya help, this is what I'm talking about, your Mel commands or the developer resource. Now, something that you might have noticed is that when I opened my Maya help, which is, by the way, a shortcut in Netscape Navigator right here, it opened up developer resources, while normally it opens up like this. Now, since I do a lot of scripting, I want this to open up in the developer resources so I don't have to wade through all this stuff that I don't really need. And you can change that. It is a Maya help preference. You can just say Navigator folder to auto expand, and you can set this to developer resources, the developer resources. If you then hit save, next time you open this, it will open up just like this, like so. So that gives you easy access to the API guide, to the Mel commands, to the nodes and attributes. I also, because I use it all the time, I made a shortcut in my Netscape Navigator shelf here to the Mel commands. Okay, you can make a bookmark or whatever, but I advise you to do that because this is something that you will use all the time when you're scripting, and the less clicks you have to do to get to it, the more time you save and the more pleasant your work will be. Now, all these commands and things, you can type in part of the command that you want here, then you can just click it. What this all is, what it means, what these little colors mean, how you can use the examples, I will explain you that later when we're covering that. Okay. Now, a couple of web pages that are worth mentioning. If you're just starting out with Mel, your main resource will be this DVD. But if you need some more information, there's two beginners websites. A very important website is the website from Maya master Brian Ewert. He has compiled a Mel FAQ, which is based on questions that have been asked over the years on the Maya mailing lists, and he has about 120 questions there and answers, obviously, on Mel questions that appeared a lot. So before you ask a question, before you drop me an email, or before you ask questions on the mailing list, make sure that you check out Brian's webpage, because there's a treasure on information there. Okay. Then there are a couple of books. The beginning book, or the book for beginners, is Mel Scripting for Maya Animators by Mark Wilkins. And then the book for after that, let's say after this book and this DVD series, you can go to the Complete Maya Programming book by David Gold. This has a section about Mel, which is pretty advanced already, a section about the API, which is C++ programming. So there are 2 books for you. Then obviously the very important website is HighEnd3D, and the developer resources on HighEnd3D. HighEnd3D has a couple of mailing lists. One is the Maya Maya developers mailing list, which you should be subscribed on right now. If you're not subscribed to it, do it now, because there's a lot of information on there. But before you send a question to that, make sure to that mailing list, make sure that you check the search engine of that developers archive, because this mailing list has been going on for years now, and maybe the question that you're about to ask has been asked before. So just type in your question or your keywords in the search engine on this link and see if it's already there. If not, just send it to the list. Then there is CG Talk, which everybody knows. I guess there's a Maya section on there, and in the Maya section there is a Mel section, and there's quite a vibrant community of Mel nerds there who will be eager to help you out, and they expect you to help them out as well, obviously. And then if all else fails, just drop me an email at kevin_mullins@yahoo.com, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, so let's get started now with chapter 2.